I find the case of Blumhouse to be an interesting case when it comes to horror films. While they are definitely one of the bigger providers of horror movies, especially when they usually do it for Universal, that doesn't mean some of the horror films they distribute have the best reputation. And there are some that are able to do this thing well, but there are also others that easily fall flat. At, two of the more notable films are the M3GAN films, and I can definitely say that, yeah, I like them. I found the first to be a really good movie, as it focuses a lot more on the comedy of its situation more so than the horror. And while I do think the second one is slightly weaker, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have a good time with this. But what I was not expecting was for this or the M3GAN franchise to get a spin-off feature with Soulm8te. And this one has a pretty interesting production. Originally, this film was supposed to be released in cinemas in January this year, but after M3GAN 2 flopped at the box office, the plan as for change should just make this a digital exclusive. And after watching the movie for myself, yeah, I think they made the smart move of moving this digital, because this sucked. Like, I gotta be honest, this film sucks so hard. If you wanna know why, well, let me explain the basic premise. It's about this person who's just lost someone important in their life, and is trying to deal with the grief and loss, and then is given a robotic companion to help them. At first, as the connection between them seems strong, until the AI robot becomes rogue and tries to kill everyone. Now, let me ask you something. Does that story sound familiar? I know this film was meant to be a spin-off, but it honestly feels more like a rip-off of the first Us movie. Again, seriously, the story is pretty much the same, and with just different characters, and that's it. I get that this is supposed to be in the same world of this M3GAN, but that doesn't mean they had to copy this same story. On top of as a result, the film becomes quickly predictable, or where I could guess every single one of the outcomes that were going to happen. Not to mention that after a while, this movie gets extremely boring. I'm just sitting there like, yeah, okay, these are nice, but I've seen them before in another film. I'm like this. Can we just move on? Also, for a film that's supposed to be a M3GAN spin-off, it doesn't really connect well. I honestly had to keep reminding myself that this was a spin-off to M3GAN, because there is little connection to the other films. I get that some spin-offs want to stand and well on their own, but other than the story being the same, the film does not feel like it's coming from the same world of M3GAN. Other than just showing a few similar components, and there's not even much fan service for stuff. And I can imagine casual viewers going into this not knowing that this was supposed to be a M3GAN spin-off. But if you think the story is bad, wait till you see the characters, because they are as bland as you can get. This is mainly shown with the main team, that and the main robot Sarah. They are as basic as you can get for characters in a film like this. It is that Annie is dealing with the loss of his wife. Ivan is desperate to find companionship. It was that Arrow's the robot that seems like it can. I care. As for Danny, Belle wants to make sure Danny belongs to her and only her, which will make her want to kill the competition. And as for the other characters, they barely have any personality to them. Like, I know literally nothing about most of these guys. The most I did get was that one girl that was kind of like Danny's main love interest. But even then, I kept forgetting about her. And she just has mainly become the target against Tara. The same anyway, Gemma became a target to M3GAN. Good. And I'm also not a fan of the way this Ada relies too much on its AI tech. Like, I'll give if this to the other for M3GAN films, as flawed as they are, they did try to show a commentary of but our AI and how it was used in our lives. However, the feature barely tries that and just uses its AI as more of a gimmick, make more so than try and make clever commentary out of it. It also helps visually. These Soulm8te robots do not look impressive at all. It's basically more like an adult version of M3GAN, and that's pretty much it. Speaking of which, if the film tries to be more adult than M3GAN by having some more sexy scenes, and to say they don't work would be an understatement. The more I looked at them, the more they made the film even worse. But with all this negativity I'm giving to this feature, would there be anything I consider to be good? Well, good's a bit of a stretch. I guess the actors are okay. None of them are giving fantastic performances or anything, but I wouldn't say there's any terrible actors in this either. But they know what they're doing, and they just deliver performances that are okay at best. And I guess some of the kills are creative. There's none I'm going to say stand out, but I get some of them were good to look at. But yeah, other than that, Soulm8te really sucks. This is not only one of the worst films I've seen this year, but also one of the worst spin-offs I've ever seen. With a story that tries more to rip off the source material it's based on characters with little to no personality. And how it barely tries to be a spit enough at all, with little connections to the original. No, for my recommendation, just stick with the original two M3GAN films. Sure, they may not be the greatest movies ever, but at least they somewhat try compared to this. This film is nothing more than just worthless streaming rubbish. I know the first two M3GAN films aren't considered to be some of the best movies of the decade, but at least they tried more than some thing like this. For a movie called Soulm8te, it's safe to say that this I felt more soulless than anything, and that's why I'm giving this film a 2 out of 10. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.